Friday Night Baseball now from the Lone Star State and Minute Maid Park in Houston. Tonight, the first of this three-game weekend series between the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and the Houston Astros. Orlando Rincon makes his big league debut right after this. Walter Johnson gets the start for Houston in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy is one of the better pitchers in the league, and one stat that jumps out, take a look at that strikeout to walk ratio. That's about as good as it gets. And look for him to dominate in this one.
Play ball. 3. He's out.
Now at the plate, Lou Gehrig. And what a season he's having. Entering play, leading the league in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories.
Guy's having a monster year, leading in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories. Top 5 in RBIs. If he can improve on that, he has a legit shot to win the crown.
Here's the first pitch to him. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. So, fellas, this Angels team entering play here tonight. They've had it going the last 10 games. They're 7-3 over that stretch, including a win last time out.
Yeah, guys, after the first 4 games on this road trip, they find themselves 2-2, kind of par for the course. But they got to find a way to play a little bit better today, kind of turn the tide and get it working in a positive direction.
In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Wagner on third. Musial is over at second with 1 down in the inning. Hops this one up.
All right, get as far as you can, halfway.
Upton. He can't get to it. This one's down. 1 run scores. The throw to the plate. And he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late.
Wow, you really laid into that one, didn't you?
Hey, not hit all that hard, D-roll. He muscled it out there for a 2 RBI base hit.
Yeah, I don't care, Dan. Lawn dart, off the end of the bat, jam sandwich, doesn't matter. Found himself some green grass and gets 2 ribbies.
Striding into the box, Jimmy Fox. He's currently 9th in the American League batting race entering play.
Number 3.
This season really shouldn't come as a surprise to many. We all know what kind of skill this guy produces when he has a bat in his hands.
Still only 1 out in the inning. Drilled to first. Played on the backhand. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and no one left on base. On to the second inning now from Minute Maid Park. The Astros on top, 2-0. Standing in, Lou Gehrig. He was able to plate 2 with a base hit in his first appearance.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
Swinging a soft liner, but gloved by the third baseman for the out. One away for the Astros here in the 6th. And in steps the Iron Horse, Lou Gehrig. First offering on its way. In there for strike 1, 0-1. In his career, Gehrig is slugging over 600. That's an elite level if you're not already aware, so he's got to be dealt with very carefully by opposing arms. He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run. Solo shot to right center. 34 home runs now on the year. And the Astros have taken a 3-0 lead.
And this is an all-familiar sight, something we've seen all season long. When they need a clutch hit or an offensive blast, he's their go-to guy.
stepping
Leading
in,
up
Lou
for the
Gehrig.
Astros,
So far, 2 for
the
3 in this
designated
one.
hitter,
And that last
number
at-bat
4.
when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
So he'll add 1 to his total as that falls in. He's got 3 hits in this one. The tag, and he is out.
4 wins in a row for these guys, and I'm sure they're feeling pretty good about themselves. We'll see how long they can keep this up.
A 6-4 finish in tonight's affair. The Houston Astros jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Walter Johnson earns his 8th victory of the season, turning in 8 1/3 of quality work. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Fans, our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Astros, 6 runs, 11 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 10 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.
Downtown Houston, Texas on a Saturday night in Minute Maid Park. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game weekend series between the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and the Houston Astros. This should be a fun battle to watch, and it'll take place right after this. Lefty Grove, a Maryland-born southpaw, will be doing the starting pitching in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, man, this is one of the game's all-time best pitchers. Over 300 career wins, and he's been doing his thing for a long time. It'll be interesting to see if he can continue that solid work in this one today, man.
He's out. 3 out. You're out. Ball 4. Take the base.
Digging in now, Ted Williams. He
Batting
takes his
fourth.
first cuts in this one
The
with a man
designated
at
hitter,
first and 2 away.
Ted Williams.
Here comes the first pitch. Oh, and just a miserable effort there. It's 0-1. So, fellas, this Angels team entering play here tonight. They come off another loss last time out, and in fact, they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, Matty, these players got in their cars today to drive to the stadium, focused on...
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. 1 left for Houston. Still no score. Digging in, Ted Williams. He's set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
The designated
This game
hitter
is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings
Williams.
with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Fouled away. pulled toward right center field. Calhoun has a read on it. 1 out. Good time now to check out the Angels Road to the Show report, as you see a couple of guys in the upper levels of the minors that have been making waves of late. Now in the box, Ted Williams. He's batting cleanup in this one, but
Leading
will
up
get
for
us
the
started
Astros,
here in the inning as they
the
look to
designated
wake
hitter,
up the bats.
Yeah, not much to get excited about with just a
Williams.
single notch on the scoreboard, but you have to give credit to where it's deserved. The pitching on the other side has been really impressive.
Here it comes. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. This is line to left, but this will be pulled in out there in left center. Well hit, but a rough out, number 1.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort.
At the plate, Ted Williams.
Leading up
He'll
for
be
the
the man to lead
Astros,
things off here in the
the
bottom of the
designated
7th.
hitter, Ted Williams.
Here's the first pitch to him. Cozart might try to make a play on it.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Ready on 0-2. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner, but this one will bend foul. Had plenty of distance though as it landed in the upper deck. Here comes the 0-2 pitch, and it's fouled away. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
After multiple pitches were fouled off, it gets a little disappointing as a pitcher. So you think, say, I'm going to throw one way off the plate and see if he'll chase it. Didn't happen.
The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. So with 7 runs allowed already, it's been another dismal outing from this pitching staff as you take a look there at the list of clubs with the highest team ERA. And as you can see there, they find themselves hovering just a few spaces above.
And he just keeps on going and going. That's save number 35 for the season. And he's proven to be as reliable as anyone in the game.
7-4 is the final score in tonight's game. The Stros pick up win number 70 to top the division. Lefty Grove pitches his way to a league-leading 12th win of the year as he turns in 8 strong innings of work. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Fans, our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Astros, 7 runs, 8 hits, no errors. They left 9 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 25 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
Great Sunday action lies ahead, but first, here's what happened in the major leagues on Saturday. Starting out west in the American League, the Astros allowed only 5 hits in the game as they defeated the visiting Angels 7-4. They now have 5 straight wins. Fernando Romero collected win number 3 this year as Minnesota defeated the Rangers 5-2. It was their
From Southeast Texas, we welcome you inside Minute Maid Park here in downtown Houston. Today, a matchup out of the American League Western Division between the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and the Houston Astros. The Astros look for the series sweep at home against their division rivals. First pitch is next. Babe Ruth gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, you can't always judge a pitcher by the numbers. I know the ERA is into the 4s coming into this start, but he's actually a pretty solid pitcher. And every once in a while, he can throw some decent games in there. It's not easy having an ERA.
In now, Lou Gehrig is back
Batting
in the starting lineup for this
the
one after
designated
sitting
hitter,
out last night's
number
game.
4.
First pitch on its way. Here's a swing and a ground ball. These Angels, as they enter play here this afternoon, fellas, they have not been playing their best baseball of late as they've dropped 4 of their last 5.
Yeah, man, things haven't gone too well so far in this series, D-Row. They're looking to avoid the sweep here in this one.
Yeah, they got to get off in the early innings. It's going to be monumental if they can push a few runs across and give this pitcher a chance to relax.
A ball and a strike now. Kaline leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. And set up working the plate is Larry Bullard, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Hey, behind the dish, D-Row, Larry Bullard. Pretty standard guy, works it. The only problem, I think, at times, hitters have a little bit difficult time. He'll give a little bit on that inside corner and outside corner. Not very consistent.
Yeah, but Larry's approachable. That's the one thing. If you turn around and say, is that as far as you're going on the outer half, he's usually going to tell you. They know the threat this guy possesses at the plate. I know it's 3-1 in this situation right here, but I can't imagine anything comes over the heart of the plate.
The 3-1 is in there for a full count now, 3-2.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
Now the 3-2 pitch. This is pulled into right. That gets down, and the inning continues. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Nice approach by the batter right there. When you know your boy is moving, you start seeing stuff happening out of your peripheral vision. Wait for him to lock in, stay within his at-bat, not swing at something outside the zone, and now put it first and third.
Stepping up now, Jimmy
Batting
Fox.
fifth,
He's yet to get into the hit column in the series.
number
0
3.
for 7. This is in the air out to right. Ohtani waits on it. And that ends the inning. It's quite possible the humidity has finally taken its toll on some of the fans. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. Coming to the plate now Lou Gehrig. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
First pitch on its way. Swung on and belted. Three-run home run down the line in right. Number 35 now on the season. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
This guy has been a serious thorn in the side of the staff, homering twice in 3 days. The numbers don't lie. He owns these guys right now.
Into the box now, Lou Gehrig, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
The last at-bat, Matty V, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
1-0.
Lays off 1-0. Today's contest is, of course, the finale of the series, and the home side has dominated so far. They've got the opportunity to complete the sweep with a win in this one.
And you can see why this team is in first place in the division. A solid ball club with good hitting and good pitching, and it's always key when you're playing interdivision squads.
Musial over at second. K-Line is over at first with one away. And he fouls this one off.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there, but if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down, maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit.
Well, what do you do when guys keep fouling pitches off like this? I guess you could back them off the plate by throwing one inside.
Lifted into the air out towards center field. Trout has a read on it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are two away. At the plate, Lou Gehrig. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Fouled off. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
That fastball really got away from him there. That's kind of a red flag for me that he's starting to tire or wear down a little bit. The first thing that goes is location and then your mechanics. We'll see if this continues.
Oh, and he hammers it to deep right field. But that'll be off the right field wall.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
He had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets down, but eventually does get to third base.
So stepping in, Jimmy Fox.
And he's the reigning American League Player of the Month.
On a line, that's a base hit into left field. One run is scored, and the second run will score as well.
Hey, guys, I like the execution by the batter there. He got a hanger in the middle of the plate. He could have come unglued, but he didn't. He stayed focused and drove a line drive base hit.
Standing in, Rogers Hornsby, 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. Inside with the fastball, and he works the base on ball.
What's the saying? When you find yourself in a hole, the first thing you should do is stop digging. Well, the guy on the bump obviously hasn't heard that one.
Ready once again, Ty
Now
Cobb.
batting.
He was a ground-out victim last time up.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result. That's his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
Halfway.
Now a pitch popped up. Back behind short. He's going to be kicking himself. There to look it in is Simmons, 1 away. Good time now to check out the Angels Road to the Show report as you see a couple of guys in the upper levels of the minors that have been making waves of late. So coming to the plate, Brooks Robinson. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here.
Brooks Robinson.
Soft liner toward first, and he drops it. And he recovers to make the play, so a run is across to score, but they do record the second out.
2 runs already home, and now you can make it 3. Good job right there of keeping it simple and putting the ball in play.
Striding in once again, Lou Gehrig.
Number 4.
Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the second. First pitch coming. Here it is. This one is crushed. Back, and gone. So a 2-run homer down the line in right field, his second of the game, as they just continue to pour it on here.
Well, he thought he was just about out of this inning. Then the ball leaves the bat, and he's thinking, please go foul. But no such luck. Right off the foul pole for a 2-run homer. Sometimes this sport just isn't fair.
Next will be the designated hitter, Lou Gehrig. He went
4.
deep for a 2-run homer in his previous at-bat.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Matty, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile. But, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
Here comes the first pitch. Fouled away. Into right field, that's a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now. Boy, and they have not been able to get him out. This is now a 5-hit ball game for him here, and those don't come along every day. Ready for another shot now, Jimmy Fox. Last time up, he was hit by a pitch. He's set. Here's the 2-2.
Right here on the bag, on the bag.
A dive, and he knocks it down. But the recovery will come too late, and the bases are loaded now. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Rogers Hornsby. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. He's set. Here comes the 1-1.
All right, hold it here,
hold it here. Over to first. Simmons back to first, so they get the double play, but the run does come in to score.
A bases loaded. Last thing you want to do is ground into a double play, and that's just what he does. 1 run scores, but you don't get an RBI in that spot. That's a rally killer.
So 2 gone now in the Houston 8th, and here
Now
comes
batting,
the Georgia Peach,
number
Ty
0.
Cobb. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Here's a pop-up now. Number 23 is there for it, and that ends the inning. Astros forced to settle for only the 1 run. We've played 8 full. Houston leads this one 15-1.
You can just see that the confidence is radiating off of them out there right now. That's 6 wins in a row, and this looks like a train that's not about to slow down anytime soon.
15-1 is the final. Houston took the lead in the 2nd inning and rode that until the very end. Babe Ruth earns his 8th victory of the season as he turns in 8 strong innings of work. Jaime Barria struggled and gets the loss after giving up 6 earned. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 17 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.